Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Market video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video I'm just going to discuss a little bit about gold, where the price is at and what I think could potentially happen next, and what I find interesting about the price action in the first place. So we are at this big resistance level on gold. The market has been here numerous times in the past, found support or resistance and broken lower. We've come to the same point again now, and we've spoke about this before in the past. We've even looked for some long positions last week in and around here, which we profited from, but now price is here, and looking at that higher time frame, I'm just looking to see what's going on. And what I'm noticing at the moment is the fact that we're forming some divergence. So the price is forming a higher high, but the RSI is forming a lower high, which actually suggests there's a potential for some bearish divergence here, and typically when we see this type of action, the market does move lower. So I'm looking at gold and thinking there is a potential pullback on the cards here. Whether it goes as far as I've placed that arrow, not too sure, but there is a nice support level running through here, and we also obviously have that recent breakout area. That would be an ideal place for gold prices to reach before seeing another long-term bullish move. But typically, looking at the price action through presidential years, so the last presidential year was 2016, and typically the dollar gets stronger through those presidential years. So you can see there's a potential here. This is what happened with gold over that period of time. 2016 in particular was pretty much just a drop for gold throughout the year and running up to the election and things like that. So, are we going to see that similar sort of price action again? Are we going to see that similar drop down in price again, going back 4 years, 2012, we saw another decent drop in the price action, okay? That dollar getting stronger over that presidential year. So, looking here, when did that really start? In 2016, it started around about those sort of August time, and then it dropped throughout the year, heading towards December. Through that time, but we came up and tested a resistance level at that point through there, so that could be the reason as well, adding that confluence all together, that the market's dropped. What I like as well is the fact that we've got this bearish divergence forming at that time. When was the drop here? That was pretty much through the whole of the year. We saw a decent drop in the gold prices there as well. So looking at this, for me, is there some potential for gold prices to drop? And I do feel like there is a cause to kind of have a little look at this, especially back down into these sorts of lows through here. Whether we get the extended move all the way down into sort of these highs, it will yet to be seen. But for me, we are on a live candle as well, so we're taking it with a pinch of salt at the moment. We're just kind of preparing ourselves for that potential eventuality, because it's only the first week of the month, but we're starting to see some bearishness come out of this. And again, you can see as I dive down into this weekly chart, that price is forming that bearish divergence here. Market's forming a higher high, getting a lower high on the RSI. Are we going to see a drop down into these lows through here? Maybe then see a rally from that point, or a deeper retracement to see a rally from here. But I'm just keeping you aware that I'm seeing this type of price action on gold. I'm not buying gold anymore. Staying away from this chart at the minute, looking for the potential setups for some possible downside actually. So if we do get a nice bearish candle here, could we see that market drop a little bit lower? Reports are coming out of China that there is no recent deaths involved with the coronavirus. Are they starting to get a bit of a hold of that epidemic? Well, it's not even being classed as an epidemic yet, but you know, I feel as if the coronavirus scaremongering has been priced in now, essentially, and that we could see those safe havens get a little bit weaker. We're seeing the stock markets rally. So typically when the stocks start to rally again, we see risk on sentiment. So that risk on sentiment leads to upside in stocks, fall in safe havens. Okay, so that's our JPY, that's our gold, and we're seeing that at the moment with our yen pairs and things like that. We're seeing the weakness coming in on yen. So that to me is another kind of point of view. Looking at this, is the stock market's going to continue to rally? We've got some bearish sort of technical signals coming in here. So yeah, just keep an eye on this gold price action. Obviously, I'll keep you up to date as well. But we're just going to watch this, see how the price action does. You know, perform in and around this area, or do we start seeing some lower lows out of this market? Okay, 4 hours pushing up at the moment, but maybe we're just going to retest this recent breakout low, or even in here, before seeing that downside again. So be interesting to see what happens. I like this level in and around here. Let's see how the price reacts. If we start getting a bit of bearishness, this could be the start of maybe a weekly pullback. We do have this sort of trend line running through as well. I'm not a big fan of trend line supports, but we do have that for those traders looking at that type of stuff, with a potential pullback into this area. You know, looking at the daily as well, nice big area of support through here. So keep an eye on this. There's a couple of different areas to watch on gold. Are we going to see a drop in price? Let's find out soon. Thanks for watching. Speak to you.